Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now November 23rd of 2020, and ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney, Lucasfilm, Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, you name it, and exactly what the new universe is going to look like in the next couple of years. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that yes, we do know that they are heading in a brighter direction for the franchise and for the fandom overall to really embrace new characters and old characters that we all know and love in order to really have George, John, and Dave appropriately really form this new universe. Now, mind you, this new universe is going to be a combination of movies, TV shows, books, novels, comics, and video games, and so on and so forth. That's really going to be quite massive and is going to go up against the old expanded universe. Now, the thing about all of this is that obviously, Kathleen Kennedy is only involved with one Star Wars project and one only for now. That is great. That obviously means that the future of Star Wars is going to, for the most part, be very much satisfying to Star Wars fans. However, when it comes to actress Daisy Ridley, something is very intriguing about Daisy Ridley's outlook on Kathleen Kennedy and the leadership over at Lucasfilm, and how it had a massive impact on the sequel trilogy movies, such as Episode 9 as a prime example there. Now, specifically, with the sequel trilogy now over, both Bob Iger and Chapek are indeed hard at work on developing a brand new Star Wars universe for the Star Wars fandom around the world. It's explained that currently many changes are indeed being made behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm. However, in a recent interview by actress Daisy Ridley, she was questioned about the leadership over at Lucasfilm. At one point in time, Daisy Ridley went on to unveil that Kathleen Kennedy had forced unrealistic expectations to come out of the Rise of Skywalker movie, and that this created intense pressure on the Star Wars cast and crew that led to double the amount of takes on some of the key scenes that were worked on for months. So let's stop right there for a second, alright? The fact that we have somebody like Kathleen Kennedy, of all people, alright, actually having a negative impact on the cast and the crew because of setting these unrealistic expectations on set, obviously that's enough to have anybody frustrated and pretty much getting very annoyed on set, whether you're an actor, actress, director, writer, whatever it may be, anybody. Kathleen Kennedy always really caused a lot of issues with these Star Wars movies, and this is yet again another prime example of that. However, it begins to evolve and really gets all the more worse. So, with that being said, Daisy Ridley continues and went on to reveal that Kathleen Kennedy did not really know anything there was about the Star Wars lore, or even material from Star Wars Legends, and that when the cast and crew would inform Kennedy on Star Wars Legends lore, Kennedy would act as if it never existed. Daisy Ridley went on to say that Kathleen Kennedy never really cared about the old lore or canon from Star Wars and wanted to ditch the original ideas by George Lucas on purpose in order to embrace a new future for the Star Wars brand. Now, Ridley also goes on to state that Kennedy would also change some of the dialogue on set at last minute that made the dialogue even worse for some of the scenes. So, the fact that Kathleen Kennedy would really change a lot of things, such as dialogue in the script at last minute while they were actually on set, that made the dialogue all the more worse. I have no doubt in my mind that that also applied to one of the scenes where you have Finn, Poe, C-3PO saying they fly now 3 times. I think that that was all Kathleen Kennedy, without a doubt. Now, when we look at everything related to the sequel trilogy, obviously, it was very inconsistent. It could have been put in a better direction if they had it all pre-planned from the very start, without a doubt. J.J. Abrams did everything in his power to really bring everything back into fruition with Episode 9 to really make things all the more better. Sadly, though, a lot of his ideas were thrown into the trash. Kathleen Kennedy wanted nothing to do with his work that he actually developed with George Lucas and Chris Terrio. So, obviously, Kathleen Kennedy seems to have something actually against Star Wars and Star Wars fans. I think that's pretty apparent at this point. It seems very likely that Kennedy was doing this all on purpose to just obviously either anger the Star Wars fans or to just push her agenda. There's no question about that. So, like I've said before in the past, I think that obviously Star Wars is starting to shape up regardless, given that we have George, John, and Dave working on a handful of these new Star Wars projects for Disney+, and of course for the new Star Wars movies that are also in active development as we speak. So, also looking forward to that. I cannot wait to see exactly what's going to come to light here within this new expanded universe. So, like I've said, Kathleen Kennedy doesn't know what she's doing. Daisy Ridley knows exactly what it was like working with her. So, obviously, she's in the right. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.